guys, so I'm here to address my take on how I feel about the Etsy change from 3.5% to 5%. I'm indifferent. I have to say that I am 80% that sucks, and then the 20% the more financial part of me, and I understand why they're doing this. I mean, their stock is up $10 since that announcement. Their projections are $30 million more from that change. That's a substantial change. So I get why Etsy as a company is doing it to some extent. I think they make a lot of money anyway, because the sellers are their market. So I think a lot of people think the buyers are their market. Well, it's really us. So us, the sellers, are Etsy's market because they want us to list our stuff on there for people to buy. Naturally, that makes sense. But I think a lot of people think it's the buyers. Yeah, it's the buyers to some extent, but the sellers are what's making them money. So regardless, you pay 20 cents to list anything, whether it sells or not. So if it doesn't sell, you list it again, another 20 cents. So there's like millions of items on Etsy. 20 cents, I mean, you do the math. They make a lot of money. So with that being said, I get why they're trying to make more money. I mean, I can't fault them for that. I mean, we do the same thing. We want to make more money. It just sucks that it's coming from our pockets, which naturally it does anyway. So the breakdown, I think, is that 5%, and then we can also pay more money to get their features that they're going to be offering. Now, one of them I think was like $10, and you get like a $5 credit to their promoted listing. And that actually isn't terrible, but it's going back up to $20 in, or it's going to its normal price in 2019, the $20. And then there's an unannounced price to their fancy one, which is probably gonna be like 50, maybe more, maybe 80 bucks. I don't really know what that one all entails. To be honest, I didn't really care to pay ridiculous amounts of money for things that I don't really know if that really works. They're talking about like custom like URLs. Yeah, go to GoDaddy and type in your URL. I own princevi.com, and guess where that goes? Etsy. I mean, that is just forwarding to a domain. That's not some crazy thing Etsy came up with. So with that being said, I can understand the financials for it. I mean, that jump, that $10 jump in stock was huge for them, because I mean, they kind of have been going up just a little bit, and then 2018's kind of been pretty stable. Again, the financial thing in me. And then that jump was huge for them. So again, Etsy right now is the cheapest if you're a little guy, to some extent. And then Shopify is your next cheapest. The rest, like Amazon and all this stuff, they're like 10, some 15%. So Shopify has a breakdown of $30, $80, $300. They're 29, like the nines, but let's be real here, that's not how much they are. So transaction fee is $0 if you use their Shopify payments, which I think most people do. Like that's how it makes it cheaper. If not, it could be up to $2. And then the credit card is actually the cheaper part about this one, is if you do the cheaper version, the $30 one, it's 2.9% and then 30 cents. And then the more you spend can be 2.4% and 30 cents. Etsy does that now, 5%, 20 cents for your listing, 3% plus 25 cents per transaction. So Etsy is at, what is that, 8.5%, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then really that 30 cents and then the 25 cents. So that's about 8.5%, which is almost 10%. Let's be real here. Like, let's just put spade a spade. And Shopify can be a better value if you know how to run it correctly and you already have a following. So my breakdown of my shop, we're gonna put it out there. We're talking about it. Again, this is my opinion and how I feel about this. This is not matter of fact. Those transaction things were matter of fact, but this is how I feel. So I get 50% of my traffic from Etsy. That's a lot. And then I get, I think, 35% from YouTube, which is quite a bit. And then I think I get 15% from Instagram. I had to think about that. So that's 50, right? Yeah, I'm financial, but I obviously don't know how to add. So that's my breakdown. That's my stats. That's how I get traffic to my shop. 50%. That's a lot. Now, keep in mind, I pay for the promoted listings, and I did my last year, I pulled all the stats from it, and that was almost 10% of my income from those cost me to make that money. So I was paying 3.5, the 3, the 20 cent, and the 25% plus, or 25 cents plus 10%. So at this point, I was losing 15%, maybe more than that, because I don't think it was quite 10%. So let's say 15 to 18% I was losing on top of all my things at all times, whether it was on sale, not on sale, full price, whatever. I was losing 15% on all of my income. And people may say, wait, why are you doing promoted listings? They work. Etsy puts them up there. Do I think it should be there? I was really iffy when they introduced it, but I use them, they work, so that's why I've been using them. I have now turned them off. With Etsy taking 5% instead of that 3% or 3.5%, that knocked me almost 20% Etsy was taking at all times. So for me, I think it potentially could hurt me because Etsy now no longer is like advertising my stuff. Yeah, that could hurt me. And I don't know if that 50% of Etsy, just people have me favorited on Etsy and that's where that's coming from. It could be general traffic that people find me on Instagram. You know, I have a lot of searches for my name, like when I look at my specific breakdowns for my name on Etsy. So I don't know if they heard from me from Etsy. I would assume they didn't, and they went to Etsy and searched for my name. So there's that 50%, but there's a little, maybe not 100% for that, maybe really 40%. And then, but I can't tell where those searches are coming from. So I'm indifferent. I have to say that. Shopify is a great alternative and a lot of your shops are going there, and I really hope you support them. I really do. I know I will, because looking really at the breakdown of everything, if they have a Shopify account, I'm gonna order from them. I think the biggest thing for me was once I started using Simply Gilded and they went to Shopify and it just magically worked. There's reward systems, there's all these really great things that just work on Shopify. It was great. So why not do that with the rest? I can't say I'm gonna go to Shopify. I also can't say I'm not gonna go to Shopify. I always believe if you guys do this full time, please do not put all your eggs in one basket. Etsy is a lot of people's one basket. Have your Shopify. Someone could open a case, it could go horribly wrong, and they shut down your shop. Okay, well you didn't put your manufacturer on there, you're not handmade, your shop shut down. You were supplies, but it actually comes out that it's not supplies, you're shut down. So please, if you sell things, make sure your eggs are not all in one basket. I have a full 9-to-5 job and I do Etsy. I've done Etsy since 2012. No, 11. I did jewelry and I was very successful at jewelry. And I've seen a lot of changes. This is probably the most nasty one I've seen. And it is what it is. I mean, the difference is great when you sell huge amounts. I know people's fees who I've talked to, their fees are more than what I sell. Literally, their fees are more than what I sell. Could I do them what they do? No, I have a full-time job. I can do what I can do. People do this full-time, their fees, I can't even, like, I know what I pay in fees, and I know what people sell, and I can look and I'm like, damn, you pay a lot in fees. And you know what? That sucks. And that's really, I think, going to hurt the huge people more so than like me, if I'm gonna be honest. That's how I feel. It's gonna hurt everybody, but I think someone who gets so much traffic from Etsy like me, it's probably not gonna hurt as much because I wouldn't get that on my e-commerce site. Again, I can't guarantee I won't go there, but I think for the huge shops, like Nicole Alexia Designs actually has a Shopify account and Etsy, but I think she may be tightening up on Etsy and just doing mostly Shopify. Creating & Co has one. Rose Colored Days is thinking about jumping ship to Shopify. Scribble Prints Co is thinking about going. I'm sure Glam Planner will fall behind her. Like, all these amazing shops are going to Shopify, and the community, I posted my community drama. We all know that was there. People hated it, loved it, thought I was stupid. You know what? But the amount of support I have seen from the community about this change was really great. Like, it like warms my heart that you guys are like, no, screw it. Open your Shopify, we'll support you no matter what. And I had quite a few people say that, even because I posted on Instagram, do I do this, do I not do this? What are your takes on it? I would say I had 90% said they would follow me to Shopify. And I can't even guarantee the 10% even bought from me the first place. So it could have just been people who don't buy from me. But the amount of support everyone has given to everybody is so great. It warms my heart, and I'm so glad that people are opening their eyes to something new, that this affects us greatly, and you guys are okay to change with us. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna leave Etsy. I will have to do some adjustment. It's not gonna be outrageous, because the raise is not outrageous. The shipping will have to go up. That's a pretty much guarantee because it includes shipping now. But looking back, I think it kind of did anyway. So like, if I were to go refund someone and I do their shipping, I still got fees back. So I'm gonna be honest, I think it was already included. Or they did it quietly and didn't tell anybody. So, I mean, that's my take on it. It's probably not gonna be everybody's take. Everyone would be like, oh, you're being dramatic. It's only whatever. You know what? It is what it is. And I personally don't think I can afford to leave Etsy. And I think they know that. Not like me, they know that about me. But I think they know majority of the people on Etsy won't get the traffic from their standalone site. One, people know how to do it. I've done web design for 15 years, since I was literally 14. Yeah, was I 14 or 15? I think I was 14, maybe even younger, let's be real here at this point. So I know how to do web design, no problem. It would not be a learning curve for me, but I think it would be a learning curve for some people who are not savvy at all when it comes to like technology. People struggle with setting up Etsy, and I'm like, I don't even understand how you could have an issue setting it up. Like, I literally cannot understand, but it's because I've been doing it for so long and I assume people know how to do it because I know how to do it. That's not the case. So Shopify, I think, will take a little bit of a learning curve, some more than others, but I think support your shops. Be there with them. Let them know you will support them no matter what. The amount of love I got that said, we'll support you with whatever you decide to do, was great. And again, the love for the planner community that's happening right now is so good. So today is the 15th, so I've kind of had a day and a half to kind of really think about it. I mean, it was 2 work days, so you only can think about it a little bit, but you know what I mean. So I'm okay. I think my shop will be fine. Will I have to adjust prices a little bit? Yeah, but it's only a small amount, I think, that I'm gonna adjust. I think I'm gonna like kind of try to split the cost. That I'll lose some. Unfortunately, you'll have to pay a little bit more. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. Try to find a happy balance here. I'm trying to not freak out, but also not underestimate the willpower everyone else has. So follow your shops. It means the world. You're supporting businesses. You're supporting people being able to put food on their table. You're supporting my nail habit. I mean, let's be real here. You guys support people who are owning businesses. You're supporting us. You are watching us, buying from us, giving us encouragement, maybe talking crap about us. No, I'm just kidding. But like, you are the change. We do it to do better. You guys give us the direction. If you're gonna follow us, we're gonna do us. We're gonna try to do it the best we can. So again, I wanna say thank you. The amount of support that was shown to me today and yesterday, and just, I think the planner community in general, which I've said a million times now. So you guys rock. Continue to have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good night. Bye guys.